Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started with how to open a photo within Photoshop. So I'm on my desktop, okay? I've got a photo over here, it's a JPEG. It's right here also on my desktop. I'm going to drag it and drop it onto Photoshop and it's going to open within the app. And the reason that I want to do it that way is so that the photo size becomes the document size in Photoshop. If you tried to guess the correct document size, it wouldn't work. Um, and I've just made this full screen with the Command 0, but when it's like that, it's a little bit pixelated. So the file size is going to dictate the Photoshop document size, the image size. So you're going to take the photo, drop it in Photoshop, and that's how you're going to open the photo in Photoshop ready to be edited. If you have a photo in Lightroom, you're going to export it from Lightroom to your desktop. And again, the same thing. You can click on that, drag it, drop it in the Photoshop icon. So that's how you open a photo. Once you're working in Photoshop, you need to check a few things in your settings. I'm going to right click in this ruler section and I'm on inches. That's fine. You can be on inches. You really can be on anything you want and just go with however it opened for you. It's just nice to know so that you understand what that measurement is. And mine is on inches. Yours is likely on pixels, but it really doesn't matter. I can use my trackpad to move this image around. And then of course I can Command 0 to make it large, Command minus to make it small, Command plus to make it really zoomed in, and Command 0 back to full screen. So if you don't see your ruler and your form of measurement, you need to hit Command R for ruler, and that will make the ruler appear if it is not already there. And then while we're working in Photoshop, this semester, you need to be on Window, Workspace, Photography. So by default, you need to be on the Photography workspace. And that's how you do that. Window, Workspace, and make sure Photography is selected. If it isn't, click on it. And then over here, you probably had a toolbar that looked long and skinny like this. You instead double click or click that double arrow one time and you'll get a double toolbar. Again, that's a helpful thing to have because it's just easier to get to and to see all of those tools. So this is how you're going to begin working in Photoshop. This is the 2022 most recent update. And be sure to follow along with all of our videos so that you understand what's happening. Let's actually go over saving the document also. File, Save As, and we're going to get this dialog box that's going to ask us, do we want to save on the computer or save to the Creative Cloud? Actually, both is really good. We do need to save onto the computer so that you can turn it into Google Classroom. So you're going to save, the title is really kind of irrelevant because you could title it based off of the project, but since you're turning it into Google Classroom, it will just automatically be assigned to that project. But you do need to make sure you're on desktop, and here it gets desktop and there. Mine is iCloud. Yours will just say desktop. Down here for the format, you actually want to choose Photoshop PDF. We're going to get in the habit of doing that. We're going to be in the habit of saving all of our Photoshop documents as Photoshop PDFs, and then we're going to save them. So I'm going to save it like that. Now I've already saved this one. Let me just change that to number 2. Okay, on the desktop, Photoshop document. And I'm going to hit save. And you're going to say yes to all of these things and then hit save. And then notice over here, there's my number 2, the PDF that I just saved. Okay, so that's how that works. Then when you're ready to turn it into Google Classroom, you will be able to just click and drag this and drop it right into your Google Classroom assignment and get that turned in. Okay, so this is the information helping you to open a photo in Photoshop, to put some basic settings, have your ruler, understand the measurements, set up your workspace, and then also how to save that as a Photoshop PDF to your desktop. Now, if your computer were to crash or be replaced, that work will be gone permanently. So it's also good to go File, Save As, and save it to the Creative Cloud. And this is just titled number 2 because I did that, but that's fine. And we can just hit save. Now I've got a copy of this photo into my Creative Cloud. And you can see that up here because it's saying that the most recent copy was stored in the cloud, and this is a Photoshop document cloud. That's what that stands for, PSDC. Okay, I don't have to worry about making the one in the cloud a PDF, but the one that you turn into Google Classroom does need to be a PDF. All right, so important to understand those distinctions. Now, if this computer were to be damaged or replaced, then this work would still be in my cloud. All right, so very important that you're understanding how both of those things work, and that's how you save a document. Thank you for listening. Bye.